Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Todd Christensen. I work at Catholic Credit Union and serve as the SVP of Advancement and Member Experience. And we are grateful for all of those who have joined us today for a very special webinar and a special edition within our Lunch Money webinar series. The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about financial well-being, items and topics around credit. We had a great presentation from Jenny Sanford, our VP of Consumer Lending, this last Tuesday. Some great presentations the week prior and then the week prior to that. We are moving through our 13 session webinar series, and we just want to share as a reminder that we have them on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 12:15 from now through the week before Thanksgiving. Next week we have representatives from Tree City Advisors who will be speaking about how to take the fear out of investing. Very appropriate during the Halloween week. So tune in next week for those presentations on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But today we have a very special guest with us. She is the education manager with Idaho Public TV. Her name is Kari Wardle. She has been with Idaho Public TV for several years now. She is an educator at heart, has come from the education community. And we're very grateful to have Idaho Public TV with us as a partner. Catholic Credit Union is a sponsor of the PBS Kids programming that's available across the entire state. So with that, let me welcome Kari. Kari, thank you for being with us today.
Hi, Todd. Thank you for having me and welcome everybody. I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to share with you the amazing resources that we have at Idaho Public Television and PBS for you. Just as a bit of housekeeping for those of you that are on right now, if you would like access to this slide deck, you'll notice in the corner, I hope that you can see that there is a bit.ly link for you. This presentation has links within it that will link to the resources that I'm talking about. And so you're welcome to pull that up and follow along or jot it down so that you have it later to access these after I'm finished going through them. So as Todd mentioned, I'm Kari Wardle. I'm the education manager here at Idaho Public Television. There's my contact information and the website where you can access the amazing educational opportunities that we have. And I come from the classroom world. I was a fifth grade elementary school teacher for 10 years. I was an aide while I was getting my degree before that. And then I've been with Idaho Public Television almost 4 years now, working in the education department. So I'm just a little bit of background on me. I'm excited to be here today to talk about mostly the resources for distance learning that we have at Idaho Public Television. And you know, I know that often we think of Idaho Public Television as just that, a TV station and maybe PBS Kids, but we also have a really great education department and an outreach department where we go out and we do events for families and communities and students and parents. And so I'm excited for the opportunity to talk a little bit about some of the resources that we have at Idaho Public Television and also that we have through PBS Kids. Probably one of the things that I am the most excited and the most proud of is Classroom Idaho. So I'm just going to share this video with you and then I'll give you a little bit more detail about it. So here we go. This is just a great little overview video that the folks at my station created.
COVID-19. It shut down schools. But through community partnerships, Classroom Idaho Learn at Home emerged.
Hi, my name is Samantha, but my students call me Miss Caniddle, and this week I'll be working with Idaho Public Television.
This allowed for students without access to the internet a way to still connect with teachers.
Every place that you could possibly look, you're going to find numbers.
So look at this very closely, and then I'm going to ask you some questions.
I am successful when I can find and name the main idea of a text.
Broadcasting on the Idaho Public Television Create channel, elementary age students could finish out the rest of their school year.
Once upon a time, there were 3 pigs.
My bottle that has no water and my bottles that do have some water. You said it. It has no water. So we're going to see if we can successfully land this. If I don't throw it at myself. Nope.
I'm going to hold up N hopefully a little closer so you can see right here.
The summer session afforded an addition of English language learners lessons and information for older students on college and career opportunities in Idaho, made possible through support from the Governor's Emergency Relief Funding.
There are so many great schools in Idaho.
This is where it's at for higher education.
As Classroom Idaho Fall continues, we come together virtually.
I'm so excited to be here learning with you guys on TV.
I am so excited for you to come back to school.
In the end,
now those are some sure silly Billy goats.
It took a community of one.
You are all respected, you are valued, and you are loved.
To help raise the next generation of Idaho gems.
Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
So in April, as schools shut down, again, as a person who, like I said, came from the classroom, my first concern, obviously, that I addressed was that I really wanted, that I was very concerned about, was all the kids that maybe didn't have access to internet. All of these kids are home, and they needed a way to access quality instruction. And so we partnered with the State Department of Education, and Classroom Idaho is something that we built. And you saw a little clip of those teachers. What we asked these teachers to do was to teach what the kids would be learning if they were in school at that time. And then we put that on air. And we said, just pop up a Zoom and teach. And I'll tell you something, they far exceeded my expectations, and I should have known they would, because teachers do that and they're amazing. But you saw those videos. They took kids to the farm. They took them on little field trips to the river. They made little puppets. They dressed up in fairy costumes. They just went above and beyond, and teachers from across Idaho came together and really created for us Classroom Idaho. And this is a project that continues. So we continue to air. We have a website, and if you're in my slide deck, or if you access it later, right up here, if you click on that, it takes you to the Classroom Idaho website, where you will see the schedule and the information here, as well as a little one sheet, and you can find all of the information that you need here. We are continuing that. We did a summer session, and then now we are almost halfway into the fall session. So Classroom Idaho airs on our Create channel, which varies depending upon where you are in the state, but it's usually kind of the 0.3 channel. So for example, in the Treasure Valley area, we're channel 4. So 4.3 is the Create channel. And on our website, you'll find a listing of the channels in your area. The great thing about Idaho Public Television is that we reach about 98% of homes in Idaho with just an over-the-air antenna. So you don't need internet access or cable to provide this. This is just the general schedule. We dedicate an hour a day to each grade level K through 6, and broadcast lessons for kids in those age ranges, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning and ending at 2 with 6th grade. And then in the evenings after that, on Mondays, we also provide, as you saw in that video, I hope, some information about college and career, because we know that that was another area where, students aren't in school, they're not getting that information. And then we also partnered with the English Language Center to provide lessons for English language learners who, again, are also missing that. And we partnered the English language learner adult teachers with some elementary English language learning elementary teachers, and they came together and created a lesson that really was designed for families. We're continuing that, and it's been really an amazing collaboration as well. So, and then for the 7th through 12th grades, the rest of the time until 6 o'clock in the evening, we have really high quality PBS programming. that also has additional resources on learning media, which I'll discuss to go along with that. So we really have programming for K through 12th grade every weekday from 8 o'clock until 6 p.m. And that's just on our broadcast channel. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. I've just, like I said, been so very impressed with what the teachers are doing. And this was just a way that we felt like we could help those students who either need some supplemental content or maybe don't have access to a device or internet access at home. In addition to that, one of the other things that we also did was come together and create a website on our website, a landing page. And this is a link to it. It's a distance learning resources landing page, and you can see, I'll just take you out there really quickly, but you can see that we have it broken up by grade level. And so and then we have, resources for educators. There's a variety of ways that you can look at these resources. And if you click on them, it's just a great group of resources that are divided up by content area that we've curated either from PBS or from Idaho PTV local productions that would make great resources for parents trying to teach their kids at home or teachers trying to find resources to help supplement and provide the online learning resources as well. So this is a really great website for you to check out. And that's just on idahoptv.org, but you can also, you'll see the Learn up at the top of the page, and if you go to that, you'll find a distance learning website. So there's a lot of really great resources there. And then there's a couple of things that I'm really excited about as well. PBS, like many companies, really responded to the pandemic and really realized that parents are home trying to educate their children in either full-time or in a hybrid sort of remote setting. And so they have come up with some really great resources as well. There's a website called PBS Kids for Parents, and if you haven't checked it out, you should, because it's amazing. And this is a really great website just across the board for anything. But they have some really great learn at home resources here. And it is, there's read-alongs, as you can see, there's the preschool, there's crafts and activities you can do with your family. There are just a wide variety of resources to help you as parents work with your children who may be needing resources. And the cool thing about this website is, again, like you can filter by age, and then it will provide activities for that age range. You can further filter by topic area. So if you're looking for math skill, for something for your kids to do for math, you can filter that out. And they also have a weekly newsletter that you can sign up for on this website that will send things right to your inbox. And this one particular really great collection, oh boy, is my internet, there we go, Play and Learn at Home with PBS Kids, is actually, you can see this, it's an entire sort of, it's built by weeks, and I think there's 8 weeks. Oh, there's even more they've added to it since the last time I was in here. There's 12 weeks worth of curriculum. And really, again, this is something that's designed to help parents educate their kids, and it's in a meaningful way. You'll see that it's thinking creativity. There's art, engineering, practice counting. There are some, of course, PBS Kids videos, games, and hands-on activities, and all of it's right within here. So this alone is 3 months worth of resources that you can do with your children at home to help with the distance learning, and to help your students or your kiddos that are at home really get the most out of this time while they're home together. So I'm not gonna go into all of those, but I just wanted to point out the Play and Learn at Home, because it's an amazing resource for parents to be able to use. Again, that's linked right here on this slide deck. So if you want access to these, to this later, you're welcome to pull this slide deck up and take a look at that. And then PBS Learning Media is something that you may or may not be familiar with. It actually is a website designed mostly for teachers, but it's got a lot of really great content as well for parents now to be able to use while you're teaching at home. The cool thing about PBS Learning Media is that it's really this curation of really great PBS and PBS Kids content. It's again, you're able to filter by subject, by grade level, and all of them, they're all linked to standards as well. So if you're trying to school at home, all of the resources that you find on PBS Learning Media are linked to state standards. If we have educators that are on or listening, then this is a really great place for you to explore as well. It's free to sign up for an account. You don't have to sign up for an account to use the resources. If you sign up for an account though, then it will localize and it will align to state standards as well. So it'll align to Idaho state standards. And one of the really cool collections, and this is a helpful for parents and for educators as well, again, in response to school closures and remote and distance learning, is this collection of resources that is called, it's kind of long, Pre-K to 12 Resources for New School Routines. And as you can see, it's all the way from pre-K to grade 12. There are resources available. The cool thing about this resource is that they link activities to some of the PBS Kids shows that are happening. So I'll just pull, this is a teacher planning kit, but it's a really great kit for parents as well. And I'll just show you, oh no, you probably can't see that. You go in and take a look at that. What it does is it has a page in there that outlines this show is playing at this time on PBS Kids on the 24/7 channel, which if you didn't know, we have, Todd mentioned that CapEd is a sponsor of our PBS Kids work, and the 24/7 channel is the 5th channel that Idaho Public Television has. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's PBS Kids shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this guide will have this episode. It'll tell you this episode's airing at this time. And here's activities, hands-on activities that you can do with your kid that goes with that episode. So that's a really great resource. And then one of the other really amazing things that I love about this resource is these learn along bingo packets. And you won't be able to, I'm gonna just pull up the pre-K and K. You can kind of get a glimpse here of what it looks like, but basically it's a bingo board and it has little activities that you can do with your kids. So this one is making hand puppets. This one is singing a song, 5 Little Puppets. This is some things you can do to go out and find, sticks and leaves and things in nature. And everything that you need is right within this Learn Along Bingo packet. So if you click on this view, it'll pop up and have everything that you need to do these fun activities with your kids at home. So for example, this one is making puppets, and you can see that they've included the finger puppets that you can print off and make with your kids. And so here's the build it from nature activity that I was referencing. So everything you need to be able to play this is to be able to interact with this is right here. And this is a fun thing for your kiddos to be able to do. Again, to play bingo and get fill up their board. These are being released every, I think it's 6 to 8 weeks. That first little guide that I showed you, if you pop it up, it has a schedule. They're releasing new content centered around a theme and centered around the PBS Kids shows. They just released this one, and then there's another one coming out in early November. It's about every other month. And you can sign up to get an email, again, to have that sent right to your email address when the new one pops up, or you can obviously just go to Learning Media and find them that way as well. And again, you'll notice here you can filter by grade level. So if you have a child in 1st grade, you can simply pull up the first grade and find resources for them from within this planning kit that they have for you, so that you don't have to filter through all of it. So this is a really great resource. When I was back here on PBS Learning Media, though these are easy to find because you can see this red or yellow banner across the top. Maybe I need to go back to school and be refreshed on my colors, I think. This yellow banner across the top, and if you click on that view collection, that will always take you to the newest version that's coming up. So it's really not super difficult to find. So I'm really excited about this collection. It's one that I've been trying to share widely with teachers and with parents alike, because there's some really cool content in there that links to the PBS Kids shows that your kids know and love already. So please check that out. This also links directly to the pre-K to 12, that little packet I just showed you, and then this one links to Learning Media. And then Sesame Street and communities. Now, I think we all love Sesame Street, and I think Lisa commented earlier in the chat that, that was kind of her preschool, which actually a fairly recent study done showed that kids who engaged with PBS Kids games and apps and watched the shows actually did receive, it was equivalent to children who went to a high quality preschool. So we were excited to hear that. Sesame Street is still going strong, but they have this wonderful new website called, well, new, I guess, couple years, called Sesame Street and Communities. And this is an amazing resource as well for parents and for caregivers. You'll notice that this toggles and is available in Spanish. So if I were to choose the Spanish version here, it would then put this whole website in Spanish. Again, you can sign up for this. They'll send you newsletters. It's free. You can choose that you're a parent. The cool thing about this is that if you pull up these topics, there are so many topics that kids might be dealing with that they have entire resources. So here's school readiness, and you can see resilience, emotions, all of those things that we sort of need to deal with our little kids here. I'm just gonna pull up daily routines and let you look at it. There's always a little video that you can watch with your kiddos. Again, you can filter by age. You can filter by the length of the resource. So if your kid only has an attention span of 2 minutes, you can find resources that's all it takes. And then you can filter by the type of resource. But you'll see that there's a book that you can read. And then there's always like a craft activity. There's songs. There's little videos that you can watch. Here's another craft. So just under this one topic that I chose, all of these resources are available for you to print off or to just access digitally if you'd like, to help your kiddos with some of those things. If you're an educator, there is professional development courses, and there's an entire curriculum called Brave, Strong, Resilient as well. So this is another learning through play literacy. This is another really great resource. We also have the ability to be able to order printed booklet toolkits of a lot of these topics as well. So if that is something that's of interest, if there's any organizations on here or places that would like access to those, please let me know. I'm happy to help facilitate that. But check out Sesame Street and Communities. They're doing some really great work. Most of the resources are available. I was just on a webinar recently with them, and they said it's important to them to offer those in both English and Spanish. So the resources are, as much as they can, are available in both of those languages. And this is the final thing. And actually, please know that this is actually the tip of the iceberg, because, I don't have 5 hours to spend. PBS has some amazing resources, and I'm happy to, have you email me or ask about specific resources if you'd like. But I just really tried to pull out the things that I felt would be the most beneficial that I've been using as a mom and then as an educator PBS has the final thing here, and if you click on this, it's an actual handout that gets bigger and that you can, again, print out if you want. PBS has some amazing apps. And I was on a webinar not too long ago with some folks from PBS and was so impressed when I learned that they told us that they're actually very strategic about the TV shows and the apps that they design. They never just design a TV show and then figure out which skills and learning goals it targets. They actually start with, here's the learning goals we want. Now let's design a show that will fit that. And I love that. And so this is a list of free apps. There's also, this is actually, if you click on the document and you have that pop up, it's actually a 2-page document. The second page is paid apps, but this is the free apps. The name of the app is here, the age level that it's appropriate for, and then which skill falls into it, it covers. And so you'll see that there's a bunch of STEM activities here, but there's also literacy and math. And these are free on, most of them are free on any platform. There are a couple, you can see that this is iOS, which is Apple. But unless it specifies, the vast majority of them are all available on any tablet device. They're also available through the PBS Kids website. These same games are available through the PBS Kids website. So just know that there is a PBS Games app, which is amazing, and that changes games that are available every day. But there's all of these other apps that are just really great ways for you and your kids to get together and connect, and to put your kids on something that you know that they'll actually be learning and interacting with. So check out the PBS Kids app. And if you, not all of them have the name PBS Kids. So if you just search in your, Google Play or Apple, it may not show up, but these are the names of the resources that we have, or the apps that are available. So that is, like I said, what I have for you today. This is my email address. You are welcome to send me an email and ask any kind of questions you have. We also have the website, and we have a Facebook page and a Pinterest, both for a Facebook page for educators and one for families that you're welcome to follow, where we post a bunch, just resources and things as well. But I'm happy to answer any questions that there might be right now, if anybody has.
What amazing resources that's available through both PBS Kids, pbskids.org, as well as the Idaho Public TV programming. We as CapEd are very, very, let me add one more, very pleased to be a part of Idaho Public TV, and especially as one of the founding sponsors of PBS Kids for the resources. And we've been there for about 4 years now. When we started that, we did not have any inkling or any idea that we would be doing distance learning, and that all these amazing resources would be available for families to support and augment the household education that's taking place through distance learning. So, Kari, thank you very much. Please share with the rest of the team at Idaho Public TV our appreciation on behalf of CapEd, as well as those who have joined us here live, as well as those who will see this video later, for all the great work that's taken place at Idaho Public TV.
Thank you. We appreciate the partnership that we've had with you as well, and just really happy to be a part of striving to help communities, especially in a time that is so uncertain like this. And PBS has really stepped up as well and created some great resources. So excited to be a part of that.
It's been amazing to see the response of Idaho Public TV and just the day-to-day activities that are taking place. I have the opportunity to serve on the Friends of Idaho Public TV board, and to see reports and information coming from the general management, from the station, as well as others at the station. Just an incredible response during an unprecedented, unparalleled, and pandemic time here in the great great state of Idaho. We do have a few moments here for questions. Those that are on here with us at this moment, if you'd like to open up the chat window, we see several of you have chatted there. Please let us know if you have any questions. But a question that I would have, Kari, for individuals, where would they go to start exploring this? I put in the chat there, idahoptv.org, and then for PBS is pbskids.org. Are those the two best websites to direct folks to?
Yeah, those really are. And that distance learning website that I showed you that's on idahoptv.org, really kind of, we went out and found what we thought were the sort of the best resources to use for distance learning. And we curated those for you because we know PBS has a wealth of resources and we really wanted to give people a place to start. So that idahoptv.org would be a really great place. And then under the Learn, if you're just going from our website, there's a Learn at the very top and there's distance learning. And that's a really great place for parents, for teachers, for everybody to start, because there's a variety of links in there.
Okay. I think that addresses a couple of the questions that I saw in the chat. I don't see any additional questions that are in there. But again, Kari, if you want to go to your last slide and present your contact information, make sure people have had a chance to capture that, and so they know where they can reach out to be in contact with you.
You bet. I am. There you go.
Awesome.
There it is. Yes, you're welcome to. I'm happy to help if you send me an email. It's right there, Kari.Wardle@idahoptv.org. I'm happy to answer any questions or send you any links that you may have missed or might like to see. And again, let me just go back to this first one here. You can access this presentation that has links by going to that link right here in the corner.
Yeah, let me go through and I'll take an opportunity to put that in the chat window if we can.
Perfect.
Kari, let me ask a question. For those who may have joined us today who are in the classroom and educators, what activities do you have or how do you engage with teachers in the classroom on behalf of Idaho Public TV?
Well, that's one of my favorite things to do. Like I said, I was a teacher. I spent the last several years really doing training for technology integration in the classroom, ways to integrate tech and digital media. That has looked a little different now because a lot of schools aren't allowing people to come into the classroom, but I can do that virtually. So I provide professional development and training to teachers on a lot of different things. I've gone in and taught teachers how to teach their kids to code, from kindergarten on up. Really just any kind of tech integration. I am proficient in, Google and Microsoft. And so I provide that, and all of these resources that are available come at no cost to the schools or to the teachers. So that's another service that I do a monthly webinar for teachers called Tech Talk Tuesday. It's usually the last Tuesday of every month, where we're really digging into distance learning resources and providing training as well. So for educators, I know that they're kind of hungry right now for help with technology training, digital integration, and that's where I've spent the last few years really working with teachers doing that. So that's a service that we provide as well.
Third Thursday, is that what you said?
What's that?
What days do you hold that tech discussion?
Oh, it's called Tech Talk Tuesday. It's the last Tuesday of each month. We have a link to it on our website, and there's a link for you to register, and it has dates and the upcoming topic as well. So if teachers are interested in attending that.
That's the last Tuesday, the Tech Talk Tuesdays are the last
right.
Tuesdays of the month?
Of each month, yep. I'm gonna host that until there's not a need anymore. I bring in teachers. I partnered actually with another PBS station, Montana PBS, and between the two of us, we're bringing in teachers from our respective states, and we're just really talking about distance learning and digital and technology. So again, there's a link to that on our website as well, where teachers can register and sign up for that. And then you can certainly reach out to me. I've done individual classrooms. I've done professional development with an entire staff or a grade level, things like that. I love to be in helping teachers. So we provide that service as well. So.
Well, awesome, Kari. We greatly appreciate your time and preparation to share the amazing resources that are available through Idaho Public TV as well as PBS Kids. This presentation, for those who have chimed in on the chat, you'll be able to watch this at capedcu.com/lunchmoney. Again, let me repeat that, capedcu.com/lunchmoney. It'll be available in the next couple of days so that you can review the information here. I would encourage you to go out to the Idaho Public TV station website that's at Idaho PTV, Idaho Public TV, idahoptv.org, and or pbskids.org for all of those resources that are available. And again, thank you, Kari. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you here again this coming Tuesday and Thursday as we welcome back individuals or advisors from Tree City Advisor as we return back to the conversation around items on financial well-being. Thank you, Kari, and thank you, everybody, for doing this. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.